Listen every time if your radio is in this city. They call me Vector the Viper. And you're listening to Osi on the Beat, 99.9 FM.
Oh, shit.
Wait, what? Okay, so first of all, I'm taking offense that I don't have one.
Oh, this was like 10 years ago, man. Yeah.
Call me Osi. Yeah. They call Osi whenever you're listening in the city. Okay, I see you. What's going on, y'all? 10:43 a.m. on this terrific Thursday morning. You're welcome to your one-stop shop for the biggest beats in the city. It's the Beat 99.9 FM. Of course, your faves. Myself, Bibi Raii, and Osi hanging out with you all the way up until 11 o'clock this morning. And we've got some special guests in the building too.
Got VEC. Got PEC. Sorry, guys.
Wow. Don't do that.
Yeah. We have Pious in the building.
What's going on?
I'm good. Good morning.
So he was the winner for the $100 that's being given out by Vector and Grab.
Courtesy Grab Entertainment.
Don't you think they should change the name of that company though? Grab. What? I don't know. It makes it seem like, yo, bro, I'm just going to background. I want to go and grab something. You know?
Yeah, that was great rhythm and poetry.
So it's an acronym.
Yeah, so it's grab music. It's good.
Great rhythm and poetry. Osi's mind.
I will cast you. Osi is making hand gestures in the studio.
I didn't see the hand gestures. My eyes
Listen, all I'm going to say is head on over to our YouTube channel. We're going to upload the video probably today. Go check out the hand gestures. Osi is unhinged. That's all I can say. It's talking about grab. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yo, Vector, have you been to this? I've been on my grab, man.
So can you please grab the meat?
There's no way that will sound neat, no matter how you say it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're very excited this morning because, like Elsie said, Vector is in the building with the one and only Pious and Mayo.
Yep.
Welcome to the two of you. So, Pious, you are the winner of the competition that we've been running for the past week, thereabout. It was called Who That, and the aim of the game was to play the unreleased song by Vector, which just dropped yesterday, by the way. Shout out to Vector. It's called Gbedu. We played it for a week and we asked our listeners to guess. Now, we got a lot of wrong guesses. We got Jack Harlow. So apparently somebody thinks you sound like
no,
Jack
I think
Harlow.
that is catchy cruise.
Jack
Harlow saying Gbedu.
I don't know, man. I said
it might be on that Afrobeat.
No, that's Jack Harlow.
Nice.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
But of course, the brains behind the song was Vector and Pious. You were one of the people to guess correctly, and essentially you won the draw. So congratulations. I do want to ask you though, how did you know it was Vector's voice? Because he was singing, and it's a song that's not like a regular, Vector's type
Vector's
song.
voice is, very distinct.
Yeah.
So
I've noticed that with his rap lines.
Yeah.
His first line is always a bit deep. The way he sounds for that first line, you just know.
nah, ho, VEC. You need me. Cock it to the chest.
Those
Call me Morris. I got chestnuts.
Lines, yeah.
You in, I out, boy. It is King Arthur in the Night House, boy. Let's go.
I remember that. That's my final year in uni, man, when that song came out.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's all good though.
Yeah, it's super dope. Congratulations once again on the release of your brand new single, Gbedu.
Thank you.
I feel like it's Vector in another light. I don't want to say a different light because I feel we felt this vibe. You're capable of this vibe, but of course, this new single.
You're capable like Banky.
How's that for a W for you?
Okay, see, there's a whole lot of wordplay. I guess I can't keep up. I'm trying here. So let's walk us through the creative process behind that song in particular, because I know that there's a lot of parts of the song, including the visuals and whatnot. So talk to us about it.
You started after a grab session.
No, let's grab out of here.
I mean, well, to think you delivered the invite. Yo, the irony of this is also, Ugo Mordi now.
Yeah.
So Ugo had sent me a beat pack.
Okay.
And when he sent me the pack of beats, he was like, "Do you care to write music for people in Yankee?" And I was like, "Yeah, I could write music for a couple, So I wrote the hook. In my head, I'm like, why do people want to jump on Afro beats but not want Afrobeat language to be on the music, So yeah, we're educated and exposed. However, I just wrote and Ugo told me, so Igbo people now, Defi no one do. I'm like, well, I think the next Afrobeat record that anybody's jacking anywhere should have like whether Igbo language, Yoruba language, anything,
something authentic.
so that it's authentic and is represented properly. He says, so I now tried the hook. I've been waiting for some time. Lord, give me a sign. I'm like, what about this on this? Then I think I was in the studio. So I was like, why don't we just join both of them and make it a record?
And that's actually what you did.
But the irony of that is, I guess it was talking to me when I was making it. I thought I was writing it for somebody else. Because as the lyric says, it's the record that reminds you that you could dance. And Balo was on the streets one of these days just doing like his own.
Who's Balo?
Balo is on Lagos Island.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a hype man.
Oh.
And these kids were returning back from lesson. And he was at the bus stop and they stopped to dance. And he says, I put it on my Instagram, by the way.
Yeah.
And he says, what do you know? What do you think this music means? And the little girl says it in Yoruba in the most intelligent way that she says, it is the types of dance that we've danced in the past that reminds us that we have the energy to still dance now.
Oh, wow. That's deep.
It was deep. This is a young girl, like no more than 7 years old or so.
Yeah. And I'm there like, okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's all. The process of the music has just been, it's kind of like how people expect Early Momo to be myself. Went to America. No. I had insomnia and I just went to sing new.
And boom, here we are.
And this one too, so I was trying to write with Ugo for someone. And Ugo wasn't really feeling the idea of putting Yoruba and Afrobeat song that's going to America, and I made it mine.
And you said, all right, then, well, this Afrobeat song will go to the world from
Nigeria. From Grab.
So, does it form like a part of a body of work that's going to be out anytime soon?
Oh, yes. So there's a second side to Teslim, which is the Peaceful Sinner. Now, I know that a lot of people, I've been famous all my life for being a rapper and being a bad guy, and that's whatever anybody calls that. However, I was the lead tenorist in my mass choir in White Garment Church. So
got some lungs on you.
We've gone. She said she wanted to follow me to go, and why I'm down. Why is it still new to you that I have vocals? I and Banky were supposed to do an album together one time where he would rap and I'd sing.
That would make a lot of sense. You should still try it. Yeah. Let's call it bank statement.
Banky's rapping though.
Yeah.
I'll probably be able to
Isn't
say.
Banky a pastor now? So.
Yeah. Pastor B.
Pastor B.
Meaning he's good with words.
Yeah.
Period. I know that's right. So the new single Gbedu is off.
It's off the Peaceful Sinner that will be dropping next year, and that's the second side to Teslim because of course I have to dilute this whole tough image that I keep getting everywhere. I mean,
so is that the feedback that you got from Teslim? The energy still is in me.
I don't do feedbacks.
You don't.
I don't think they should be giving artists feedbacks for their music.
Why do you think that?
It's art. It's expression. It's either you align with the expression of the artist or you don't, and if you don't, you can leave it be and align with the one that you do.
That makes a lot of sense because at the end of the day, the art is very subjective.
Right.
So what I'm looking at that whiteboard right now and I'm seeing green, and some might look at it and might not even see green.
Right,
you understand? I might see something else. So at the end of the day, though, I've never really looked at it from this perspective because if anybody's like Basquiat, for example, is revered as one of the most enlightened painters of like the 20th century.
Yep.
And I look at his work, and in my mind, I'm just like, it looks like scribble. It doesn't draw to me. And these things are selling for millions of dollars.
Yep.
So I've come to understand that calling a song whack or this song is not sweet or this song where people are not messing with the song is actually very disrespectful to people who are making the art. They're expressing themselves. So it's either you, like you rightly said, align with it, or you look for what you align with
and leave that alone.
However, you know what? With all that being said, as much as I agree with that, I also believe in constructive criticism. So I believe in like feedback to help one grow as an artist, as a person, so on and so forth. So as much as like, yes, appreciate the art for what it is, but also constructive criticism so that the art can appreciate over time and increase in value and quality.
I hear you, but I have the perfect example for what you said. There's a documentary on Netflix. I think his name is Stanislav Zukowski, and I'm not sure. I think he's suffering or something. So he's referred to as the greatest artist the world never knew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like you should check Zukowski. And there was a story of him going to art school, and they gave them a human, like a live body to sketch, and Zukowski sketches in full detail just the knee of the person, and by the time they checked the artwork, it was phenomenal. But they can't try check and say you didn't follow the rules, and he says to them, I'm the artist, it's my vision, it's my art. How do you know what I see enough to market?
boom, boom, boom.
that.
Yeah, and I agree with Vector, to be honest. I do. I agree. And because I'm of the opinion that, it's weird how whenever anybody listens to music, it takes you always remember what you're doing at the first time you listen to the song. So that's why I tell artists, like, most times is the way to actually make timeless music is just find a way to connect to people. I was listening to, it took me a while. It took me almost like 10 years to actually find out that song by Avant and Nicole Scherzinger was about cheating.
Oh, I love that song.
In my baby, I know. I'm like, such a jam. And I just started listening to the lyrics.
No,
and I'm
having
like,
an affair.
This guy.
Yeah.
It's
they're having
actually
a full-on affair.
And like you rightly said, it's how people choose to express themselves. So it's either you align with it or you look for art that you align with.
I mean, to be honest, it's also left to the artist. So my exposure spans from Bright Sparks to DW,
Okay.
to whatever science is today,
Yeah.
to video games, to cartoons, to books, to humanity. How are you able to validate the strength of my metaphors when you don't know my mind? So I met somebody recently and she was like, oh, I never really heard of her. Like, yeah, there's always the first time. And she says, I'll listen to your music and give you feedback. Like, I don't do feedback, she'll be fine. And she says, why? And I gave her the same example, especially because once artists have to start to think this way on feedback levels, the music stops being pure. They start to create based on
Professor.
Preach.
It's offering time.
yeah,
It's offering time. Stops me.
Got your wallets, y'all.
it starts being true to them because if I do it this way,
Diluted.
algorithm thinking.
Got you.
And sorry. I love the fact that's why I say I don't like interviewing Vector because there's never
Here
enough
all
time.
day, I know,
and we
love
could
it.
just go tangent after tangent. So I was at a venue the other day and there were two artists that performed. One artist was a new age artist, had a couple songs that were blown, and the other one was like an artist like a millennial artist. And what I found out was people responded more to the older artists. And I sat down, I was driving home and I was like, the problem today is songs are blowing up in silos, unlike what we had
Before
20 years ago.
Absolutely.
Because when you blew in like 2003 or 2005, you knew you blew.
You blew.
You
Of
knew
course.
everybody is messing with the
Yeah.
song. So right now we are having silos, meaning you can blow on TikTok, you can blow on Twitter, you can blow on the streaming platform. Then when you now come to a gathering where there are people from TikTok everywhere and some people are vibing, other people are like, okay, nice song, I'm hearing for the first time.
Right.
Then the feedback to the artist is like, okay, what's going on here? And which I now said that, just by the fact that record labels, record companies, everybody's chasing that algorithm, I think we're gradually coming back to the good old-fashioned way of actually getting our music to the people, because people are now suddenly trying to recognize that, oh, my be like saying that just Island I blew.
I mean,
Yeah.
And then there's the amount of artists that also just blow on TikTok. Like, people don't actually know who the artist is. So it's a sped up version of their song for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And nobody knows the rest
who
of
you-
it.
yeah.
Nobody knows who you are. And like, is that really
I know.
blowing?
I know.
So we appreciate artists like yourself that really understand what it is to be an artist and like stick to the craft. But let's get back to the album.
Yeah.
Tesla, the energy
Yeah.
Beautiful Sinner.
The beautiful sinner.
I like that.
the peaceful
The
sinner.
peaceful
Peaceful Sinner.
sinner.
Yes.
It's dropping next year.
Yes.
So we already know that Gbedu is one of the songs off the album.
Gbedu is a problem.
Gbedu is period. But with the upcoming album, can you give us any hints as to who you may be collaborating with, what we can look forward to? What side of Vector are we seeing this time?
The sinner side.
Well,
The peaceful side, I guess.
the peaceful sinner side.
Peaceful
Yeah.
sinner.
It's ironic because my dad tells him, right, fine boy, fine man, upright officer, never took bribe, never did all those things, but he wasn't perfect.
Right.
At least at my sister's wedding, I knew all the women around us are like, oh my God, your dad is so fine. So the peaceful sinner side is coming with the, okay, there's Vector, that's the whatever you know, and then there's Vector, the easy music, the one that they love, the one that his sound reaches their soul and touches them in different ways.
Okay, I think we're going to see a little bit more of like maybe Loverboy Vector.
I can't be
Softer
Loverboy to save my
boy
life. I'll say my mind in
Right.
the best ways, but it'll be another side of Vector. So it's rap. Then there's all those other things that I am, and I dare say this real quick on air. As an artist, if you're listening, every part of your reality counts. So if you grew up listening to Fuji, it's okay to make Fuji music. If you grew up listening to hip hop, R&B, and everything, it's okay to dabble into all those things. It's musical expression.
Right.
It's not nobody opinionated your talent. So yeah.
Stop chasing the algorithm, baby.
Just do you. Do all the you can do.
Yeah.
Kanye showed you. Weezy showed you. Everybody has shown you. Well, not everybody. A lot of people have shown you that you can be multiple in one. Who says you're a rapper that can sing and shouldn't sing because it's selling out?
Yeah.
Nah.
That's rubbish.
Do everything that you can do
That's great.
because you can do it.
Yeah. And also, thank you so much for $100 in this economy.
Yes,
That's a lot, man. That's a lot.
My village.
Wait.
Oh, your villagers are okay.
Let me announce it. Pious and my congratulations,
That's not my
Pious.
government name.
Can you see
sir.
grab?
That's not my government.
Yeah.
Pious came prepared. He gave you catfish name.
It's the street.
So the
My
village
wife.
people don't know.
You've just been grabbed.
But ironically,
Wow.
he grabbed some money
You grabbed
today.
some money today.
Oh my
so, yeah.
goodness.
So is that, are we cutting ribbon or just
No,
giving
no,
you-
it's handed. Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll do this for social media as well.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
we,
sure.
we shall know that it's going down.
Yeah.
It's about to go down.
What, Pius, what if you reach out, all your neighbors don't do your roads?
I don't even go outside. I don't even go outside. I get where I dey go. I inside Ikorodu, inside. Today is Thursday, maybe it's like Sunday. I'll come home.
Yeah.
This one for a Korodu, you flex, go.
And you shut down like
There's
4
some
clubs.
joints we 1.5, 2 bottles.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
okay.
Yeah.
The ballet will even come out. Say thanks for investing in our economy. No, I'm sorry to go to.
But look, I appreciate your person. I've not met you. I met you today, but your energy is honest. I remember Bibi didn't know I'd seen him.
Yeah.
I was parked when you drove in.
Yeah.
Right. And when I shook his hands, I was like, "How are you?" He says, "I'm fine now that I've met you." And I can only imagine whatever it was that you were dealing with.
Yeah.
But nice one, my G.
Thank you very much.
Love
So-
that. Look at the Beat FM
yes.
bringing men together in a happy, wholesome way. We did it, Joe. We did it, OC. We
why
got
did-
them grabbed.
So this is why I go into politics. So we're about to play that song from Vector. We've been playing
Yes.
snippets, so we're just about to play the whole thing, so you guys can hear, and also like a precursor to. I see me train out big words.
When others bounce,
Yeah, a precursor. I'm just like, okay. And now you know better go.
But honestly, once again, shout out
Yeah.
to the man VEC
Yeah.
for dropping the record. Go stream it on all platforms. It is called Gbedu. It's available Spotify, Audiomack, Apple Music, literally everywhere. Visuals. When can we expect visuals? Can we expect visuals? I know that you've been posting some visuals on your social media.
Yeah.
Anybody out there, please head on over to Vector social media because there's something about the song with the visuals that he's posting. When you see it, you will get it because it will speak to your soul. That little girl, the 7 or 8-year-old girl,
yeah.
what she said, just go and see for yourself. That's all I can say.
All right.
Yeah, visuals.
So
What do you
yes, okay. Yeah, please. go
Yeah,
ahead.
well, the visuals is on the way. We're working that. But right now, shout outs to Hermes real quick because when we spoke, he heard the music and he saw the visuals that Balo had done on Lagos Island, and he just says, "I've been thinking how to go back to Oworo since, but I don't want to just go and dash them money. I want to go and he then remembers that he used to dance in the market before he went for the Big Brother Africa show. So you'll be getting to see those clips and you see exactly what that song means when people heard it.
So make sure that you keep it locked on Vector's social media. You've seen
Yeah.
Hermes breaking it down in the market, to market
Yeah.
women, to market
Yeah.
men. Trust me, they know how to move and shake.
Bruh.
Things that I didn't know that they could move or shake. Okay? I'm still trying to learn how to move or shake. But those women, market women, they know how to
I
get
know.
down.
So yes, Vector, and he calls this Gbedu. Enjoy.